three, say hello to Nick. 1, 2, 3. Good job. Nick is going to be getting to land safely around 400 acres. It's not the whole 400 acres, but that is how big our studio is. I have you for 45 minutes to an hour. And I do have one more question to introduce to you. You let me know if it's something that can answer about it. It is a big back. Yeah, Nick told me that. I'm going to get him that $5. He is right. We do need to go over a few safety rules before we get underway. If you drop anything of value off the side of the tram, if you're having a medical emergency, or if you're just having any video or sound issues, reach up and grab the red E-cord that runs along the center of the ceiling of the tram, and I'll be back as soon as it's safe to do so. There is no smoking of any kind on the tour, and the tour does contain loud noises, sudden movements, and a lot of water and fire effects. You don't want your cameras out and make sure they're inside the tram at all times. And there is no use of selfie sticks on board. Now, this is our timeline. We're heading into the heart of the studios. If you look on either side, you'll see many of the thousands of films we've made here at Universal. We are going over 100 years, we're very excited about. We've had black and white classics, we've had blockbusters, franchises such as Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, Back to the Future. And talking about classics, let's see if we can figure out where this is from.
I have a room ready for you in this place.
Thank you, Mark.
Did you hear that? Mrs. Band.
Not quite, darling, but soon. Very nervous. Hello.
Yes.
Let me bottle of champagne simply and make sure that we are not disturbed.
Yeah, we were playing a trick on you. That was Jimmy Fallon as a bellhop. We actually shot that right here on Soundstage 20. That gives you a good idea of what a soundstage looks like on the inside. What does one look like on the outside? We'll take a look to your left. You'll see Soundstage 12. This is where we shoot the hit singing competition, The Voice, with host Carlton Daly. They're actually shooting season 13 right now, and they're actually shooting something as we fly by, which is very exciting. Don't usually see that.
NBC's The Voice. I want to welcome you to the Universal Front Lot. Our show is filmed on stage 12. It happens to be the largest soundstage on the Universal lot. Take a look.
And it looks like they are shooting out the front there. If you take a look as we turn around, probably some of the promo stuff for the show for season 13. This is some of the films that have been in Soundstage 12. That is Dracula's Castle, Scarface's Mansion, with Al Pacino, and my favorite, the Visitor Center from Jurassic Park. All shot, Soundstage 12. I'm going to pause it there. If you have a look, you can see what one looks like without anything in it. That is like a big, ugly warehouse. But it allows productions to basically build anything that they need. And they are 98% soundproof. Before we had that, we basically, back in the early days, we only had like a platform that come off the ground and a screen to diffuse the light. But when the silent films were done and talkies came in, which is basically a film that needs sound, they built these sound stages so we could control the sound, and this is 98% soundproof. If you look past these screen sensors, we're making way for future expansion here at Universal. If you look back, there is Soundstage 16 and 17. Right now that's used for NBC's Superstore, starring Erica Ferrera, Ben Feldman. Soundstage 16 also housed that famous shower scene in Psycho, directed by Alfred Hitchcock. If you look to your left, Soundstage 21 was recently used for some scenes from Fate of the Furious with Vin Diesel. They tested the mechanical shaft for Jaws directed by Steven Spielberg inside there. And it was recently used for the Mindy Kaling that is on Hulu. So,
And welcome to the world-famous Universal Studios train floor. I wish I could join you, but I'm really busy shooting lots of projects.
Also, you can put on the chance to jump off and play on stage.
For your information, keep looking, okay? Good luck.
You guys are super busy.
I think we'll have it.
and the Mindy Project is not the only TV show we have here at Universal. But NBC Universal is a major powerhouse, one of the biggest in the world, and it does only consist of Universal Studios, but many of your favorite TV networks as well as such as NBC, E, Sci-Fi, USA, Bravo, Telemundo, NBC Universal, the Gold Channel, CNBC, MSNBC, the Weather Channel, Oxygen, and NBC Sports, just to name a few. And if you look to your right, you're going to see Soundstage 44. Right now is home to The Good Place, which is on Thursdays on NBC. They're shooting season 2 right now, which will premiere September 28th. Ted Danson and Kristen Bell, they shoot their interior shots right inside here, and later on in the tour I'll tell you where they shoot their exterior shots. So we go from one Ted to another on the left. That is Ted, the bear from Ted and Ted 2 with Seth MacFarlane. Kids, make sure you ask your parents if you can watch Ted 2. He is standing in front of the production bungalows. These production bungalows are used by some of Hollywood's top writers, producers, and directors. They use them to get scripts underway and ready for production. And they don't have to be a Universal movie, it can be anywhere in the world, but that's what they use these for right now. In the past, they were used as dressing rooms for Hollywood stars such as Doris Day, Lucille Ball, Rock Hudson, Jimmy Stewart. They were actually like little apartments back then. They had bedrooms, living rooms, bathrooms. Probably better than what I live in today, but that's what they had even back in those days when they were filming those classic films. Now there is a bungalow that I want to point out to you. It is number 5195. It has a silhouette on the outside. To give you a clue, he is known as the master of suspense. He made showering scary. It is the incomparable, it's him, Alfred Hitchcock. That was his bungalow when he was making those amazing films. Right now it's used as a Ziegler rental company that brought us Dr. Hannibal Lecter to the big and small screen. Now on the left you're going to see our live sound stages for today. These are the newest sound stages that we have here on our front lot. They're originally built for Hairspray Live, the musical with Matty Valio and Derek Huff. Derek Huff recently just come back to shoot some parts of the show of World of Dance, that new hit reality competition which you can catch on NBC on Tuesday night. Very cool, I have watched it. And America's Got Talent also shot right inside these sound stages as well. Now we're heading into our backlot. This is the heart of the studio. This is where they shoot the big stuff. They're actually shooting some stuff right now. I will be pointing that out as we go past. But when you see just on your left, you're going to see New York through the glimpse. And they're shooting an NBC commercial today. So you can take a look as we pass that. Now as I was saying, that New York Street, my co-host for today, is no stranger to New York. That's where he shoots his Tonight Show.
Hey everyone, welcome to New York! I got my start right here in New York on Saturday Night Live. This is actually my old neighborhood. What's that bug over there? That old woman. Tough lady. This is my favorite hot dog guy. Hey buddy, how's it going? Remember me? No. Just like old times. Gotta love New York City. Hey! I'm walking here! I'm walking here! Yeah, it's cool guys. I was just, just walking there. So it's not exactly New York, but a lot of times when you see New York in the movies, it was shot right here on the Universal Metro sets. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Even if you make it here on the Universal lot.
Yeah, as you said, anytime you see New York in the movies, this is where they probably usually shot it. Now this is at London Square Street, but if you take a look down to your right, you will see our Courthouse Square. They're actually, the New York Film Academy are shooting down there today. And at London Square on the right, you'll see these big buildings with big pillars. This was used as buildings of Parliament sometimes in films and TV. It was used recently for the Mindy Project as India. And on the left, you'll see a big wall. They do paint this. They can paint this anything that they like. Some of the doors are real, some of them are fake. You'll probably see them as we drive by. In the windows, you can see that it reflects on the opposite side of what is on the opposite side of the street, just to make it more realistic. The lamps that you can see, both sides are different, and it just shows different time periods. So the right-hand side are older lamps, and the left-hand side are more modern. So it just goes to show that we can create anything we want here. Again, you'll see a little bit of the film equipment they're using here in our New York streets. New York Street was recently changed into an obstacle course for American Ninja Warrior, which is on NBC on Mondays. And it doesn't always have to be New York. It can be anywhere in the world. Some of these sets have been changed, as I told you with Hairspray Live. It was Baltimore at one point. Take a look. It's also been changed into Minneapolis for Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger. It was Seattle for Harry and the Hendersons with John Lithgow. And it was also my home country, Australia, for Saving Mr. Banks with Colin Farrell. So it can be anywhere in the world. Like I said, it doesn't always have to be here in America. In the early days, it was changed into Chicago for the Blues Brothers with Dan Aykroyd.
When the Pinto fell and you saw it land and make this big hole in the street, that was on the Backlot. You dropped it from a crane. You did like that in Chicago.
When people ask me all of the movies I've ever done, what was the most satisfying and most fun, I've got to say Blues Brothers. We got to sing, we got to dance, got to drive, train with the best stunt people in the world, and got to be an actor and a writer. So it was a big piece of work.
Danny called John America's guest because just he walked in anybody's house.
During the shooting of the movie, John was missing, we couldn't find him.
Danny went on to the door and saw a light on in his one house, knocked on the door.
I said, sir, we're doing a movie down here, we're looking for one of our actors. Oh, John, yeah, he's on my couch. He came in, he had a snack a couple hours ago, he's sleeping. He was America's guest. I mean, literally that.
And the creative aspect of these backlots is a great little story. Not everything you see here is real. If you're actually able to touch the buildings, they're not all cement, they're actually hollow, and a lot of things are plastic or fiberglass, foam, rubber. These bricks that you see on your right, there is not one real brick there. They're all just sheets. It is a mold, so we have molds of these back in our backlot, in our warehouse. And basically we put the material on top of the mold, whether it's plastic, fiberglass, rubber, and we use a vacuum to just suck that material to the mold. And then you can basically just put these sheets up so they can move them around. And they just paint them to be brick, stone, rock, glass, whatever you need. As I said, there's not everything is real here in our metro sets, and it's very, very hard to get it as realistic as possible. A person that was the supervisor for the creative aspect of our backlot was Steven Spielberg. He's a huge part of the Universal family. Take a look at some of his films.
I was about, 16 years old, and I began hanging out at Universal during my summers. When I went to college nearby, I continued to come on the lot and try to become a director. Universal sort of is my birthplace. This is the place I consider my first home, and I love it here. And I keep coming back.
Another award-winning director that we work a lot with here is Peter Jackson. He wants Peter to play the Backlot. Let's take a look.
away from your real life, sweep from the edge. Kong literally does that. I mean, you're on board the ship, you're sailing to a lost island, you're encountering monsters and creatures from, prehistoric times. So I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Skull Island. It's great to have you along for the ride. Now, we have created this 3D immersive experience, so you're going to have your glasses ready. Don't put them on yet. Just put them in your hand. Now, to Skull Island.
Alright, we're going to Skull Island. Please remain seated and keep your glasses ready. I'll let you know when you need them, or maybe
Really
Peter Jackson
put a
will.
lot of thought into the character and personality of Kong. He's so much more than a monster. In fact, he's not a monster. He is an incredibly majestic, ancient creature. He's a force of nature. He's old, he's wise, he's proud, he's fierce, and obviously he has a heart. The most important feature of Kong are his eyes. Kong's eyes are wonderfully expressive. They're full of emotion. His eyes are like a window into his personality and his heart. He's had an enormous number of encounters with his foes, the T-Rexes and the various dinosaurs on Skull Island. So he's been beaten up, scarred, chewed up, spat out by these dinosaurs at various times, and he wears the scars of a lot of ancient battles.
Alright guys, as I said, remain seated. Hold on to everything really tight. It can get very bumpy in here. Welcome back to Skull Island. Universal Studios by award-winning director Peter Jackson and the team at Western Digital. It's using some of the most advanced technologies in filmmaking today and produced on some of the world's largest 3D screens, as you can see right there. They stand 40 feet high and 180 feet long.
A Project Studio tour, the audience is in the middle of the audience. They're looking in all directions, there's creatures coming at them, they're seeing We always know the local straight ahead of the shots we're working on. Here you have to take into account that people are looking in all directions. Also, one of the things about this, a lot of the music communities that we're working on, there's no cuts. Because it's one giant shot. It's a tram that's driving along through Skull Island. This is where the king is from. This ring represents where the screen is 10 meters away. We really created about 50 minutes of a feature film. That amount of visual information, that number of pictures, is presented into the hell of a drama.
As they said, that was one giant shot that had no cuts in it at all. It was one big shot, and it makes that 360 experience. And it is like a sequel to King Kong because they put so much effort and work into making that animation. Now, part of the tram appeared on screen, as you probably saw. We did lose car 5, which is very sad. But anytime a vehicle appears on screen, it's what we know as a picture car. Now, these picture cars don't always have to be working. They don't always have to even have an engine. And sometimes they become just as famous as the actors who drive them. Excuse me, you'll need your phones and cameras out. On the left, we're going to be seeing some of Universal's most famous picture cars that we have right here that you can see on our backlot. Some of them on screen you'll see right here. Up there, right there. That is Tom Selleck's Ferrari that he drove in Magnum PI. That is a Volkswagen Bug on the inside, the engine. It's just a Ferrari shell. So inside, not a Ferrari. And we have the most environmentally friendly cars. We have the Flintstones, please. And we cannot talk cars without talking about our Fast and the Furious. We have some here from Too Fast, Too Furious and Furious 7. Furious 7 was one of the 5 films here at Universal that grossed over $1 billion at the box office. Jurassic World, that is a Jurassic Park Jeep right next door to that one. Another film that grossed over $1 billion at the box office. So we're very proud of those 2 franchises. Jurassic World does have a sequel announced. Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard are coming back to reprise their roles. In the fourth Jurassic World, there was a famous cameo. Take a look. It's Jimmy Buffett, guys, protecting his margaritas and his restaurant, Margaritaville, right there in the film. Yeah, you can check out your own Margaritaville on City Walk. Dinosaurs aren't attacking that one right now. Now I have someone better to introduce to you the next part of our tour. It is John Hammond.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Yeah, you cannot talk about Jurassic World without taking you back to where it all began. This is where we keep a lot of these props from the original film. And that on the left there is the Green Mobile Lab in the second installment, where it hung up in the clip with Julianne Moore and Billy Vaughn. As I said, you can check out Margaritaville yourself on City Walk. They're not attacking that up there in City Walk. I feel like they're too busy attacking here. Yeah. I would like to warn people usually, but it's a lot more fun watching. Now, in those films, the weather played a very important part in the Jurassic Park film. I feel like every time a dinosaur was on that was green, it was always raining. That was actually on purpose. It does create the mood for films. And here in sunny California, we don't always get rain, so sometimes we have to create it. I'm going to take it over to our workers. Let's see what we can expect on the backlot today in weather.
Universal Backlot. It's going to be sunny and dry in 6 Points, Texas. Cool and mild in Europe. Expect snow and sleet on New York Street. We've got a high chance of fog and precipitation for Skull Island, Amity Island, and Magic forecast for today. Now here's a look at what's going on in your neighborhood.
Alright, so Al is expecting a flash flood warning for Old Mexico. I don't know about that. But this is the Old Mexico area. Nice and sunny out. I don't think that's going to happen. Oh, the rain. Not real rain. It is overhead sprinklers shooting the water up into the air, letting it fall naturally to the ground. That's how we create the rain. You can hear the sounds of the thunder, which is speakers above on the building, the strobe lights for the lightning. This is our Old Mexico set. It was used in Criminal Minds Beyond Borders, starring Gary Sinise. The first season was Tijuana, Mexico. Hey, can you hear rumbling? Left-hand side, you should take cover. I think you're right. Yeah, that right-hand side's feeling pretty proud, but your turn's coming, I promise. That was used in Big Fat Liar, starring Frankie Muniz and Amanda Bynes. Take a look. Yeah, we'll see about that. Alright, we're going to cross the border and into our western set. This is 6 Points, Texas. Many famous western stars have moved on down this street. My co-host for today likes to think of himself as a western star, but he's just going to give us an example of how we use 6 Points, Texas.
This town ain't big enough for the both of us, Jimmy Fallon.
Well, I ain't going anywhere, Jimmy Fallon.
Now look here. Nice folks in this tram don't want no trouble. They just want to check out 6 Points, one of the oldest sets on the Universal lot.
I hear this is where John Wayne and Jimmy Stewart shot a few of their westerns.
That's right. That's where I aim to shoot here.
Looks like we got ourselves a Mexican standoff. Lucky shot.
Now what say you mount up and get out of town while the gig is good?
All right. Well, I'll see you again, fella.
Well, you can count on it, guy. Again.
This is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
And it's called 6 Points, Texas because it has 6 distinct different streets. Each street has its own bank, saloon, hotel, whatever you need. And in our first year, we turned out over 200 Western films. And the reason we turned out so many is because we could shoot several different films at one time on all these different streets. The reason we could do that was because it was silent films, so you couldn't hear anything that was going on in the other streets. We're going to leave the Western sets behind, heading to our little Europe area. It's going to be directly in front, and it's going to be on the left as we turn around on the corner. You'll see that is where the Good Place shoots the exterior shots with Ted Death and Kristen Bell. We've also where the Universal Monster got their start, Frankenstein, Wolfman, the Invisible Man. And I do have to go off mic just for a little second. They are shooting Home and Family, as I said. It'll be on your right behind these trailers here. Make sure you try and get a peek. They may be outside, I don't know, but I do have to go off mic so I don't interrupt their filming. I'll be back. what it looks like inside a soundstage when it's all set up, ready to go. As you can see on the left, it's all ready to go. They're just on a break. So this is a San Francisco. As I was saying, okay. Yeah, this could be the big one. Hold on to everything. Stay seated. Do the big one. Okay, too late. Oh, a different one. And after you take off, you can see everything.
Well, it was behind us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was it. Take that big one. About 8.3 on the Rooster scale. Take a look at this scene from Bones that was used in an episode that was on Fox with Emily Deschanel and David Boreanaz. We can take a break from the disaster area, head on to the beach. It's a lovely day. Amity Island sounds like a safe place to swim, right? It is the town known terrorized by a great white man-eating shark in Steven Spielberg's Jaws. They have caught the shark, as you can see up there. It's hanging there by its ropes. And we've got the police divers and George. That's George in the water, and that's a big fin. Hang on. Okay. George, you should get out of the water. He knows what he's doing. He's a trained professional. Okay. Oh, poor George. He had a lot of guts to be out there, and there they are, floating around. Yeah, we're just gonna move back at the end of this pier here, just to be on the safe side, behind these tanks of gasoline. That's a safe spot, right? Alright guys, keep a lookout. Keep a lookout. But I heard screaming here in car 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I heard it all. If you take a look at the shark, you'll see the only one in the world that can do the backstroke as he resets for the next tram. Our shark worked a lot better than the one they used in the film. The first day of filming, they put the shark in the Atlantic Ocean and sunk to the very bottom.
That's the part of the shark. The shark is frustrated. Didn't really work on it. Didn't work at all.
Wherever you were on they were always saying, the shark is not working. Repeat, the shark is not working.
We just waited on it. We just waited. The shark is working well enough for a while there. So I feel it's like a lot.
Steven Spielberg was not always the first to direct it. The producer and the writer had a director in mind. They took him out to lunch to discuss the film, and he kept referring to the shark as a whale. And they thought, we need somebody that knows the difference between a shark and a whale. So they got Mr. Spielberg, and it ended up being the best decision of his career. It became one of the biggest blockbusters of all time. The first summer blockbuster ever came out in 1975. It was supposed to come out in 1974, but with all the problems with the mechanical shark, it went 100 days over schedule. If you take a look to your right, you will see the Chicken Ranch. This was originally built for the Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, starring Dolly Parton. John Travolta also shot Shout right here, the Chicken Ranch. And on the left, you're going to see Colonial Street, or formerly known as Wisteria Lane. Everyone's favorite desperate housewives live down that street, and it's actually being used right now for The Voice, with some promo shots. Oh. Black Charger's not supposed to be parked here. Actually, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to call this in, guys, because security is very important.
This is security. What's going on, Studio Tour?
Yeah, there is a black 1970s Charger parked next door to Wisteria Lane. How do I proceed? No tags.
Okay, Tour. I'll send someone down to check it out ASAP.
Okay, thank you. Sorry about that. Oh, that was quick.
Studio Tour. Looks like we might have an issue. I'm patching you into Agent Novak from the FBI.
The FBI?
I'm sorry to interrupt your fun. We've got video surveillance on that Charger you all saw. We ran it through the system, and the driver has been positively identified as Dominic Toretto. I've been tracking this guy for a while. He's a hardened criminal. He's likely armed, and he is definitely dangerous. My men and I are on our way to apprehend him right now. If you see him, don't be a hero. Don't engage him. Just keep a safe distance and report any further sightings to studio security immediately. We'll handle it from there.
Alright, well they know what they're doing. Leave it to the FBI. We'll get on with our tour. This is one of the biggest productions to have used our backlot and the sound stages. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Whoville. These are the sets for How the Grinch Stole Christmas, starring Jim Carrey as the Grinch and directed by Ron Howard. They used 2 million linear feet of styrofoam to build Whoville, enough artificial snow to cover 9 football fields, and 1,938 candy canes. Big too big. And those little Who cars are actually drivable. They're golf carts. And they just put a fiberglass shell over the top, but they're drivable. You can actually drive them around. Now, they didn't only have to live next door to a Grinch on Mount Crumpet, but out here on the backlot, they live next door to a Psycho. Yeah, these are some of the oldest standing sets we have here on the backlot and in Hollywood. This is the Bates Motel from Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, and the Psycho house up there on the hill. And, guys, that's Norman Bates. He looks suspicious, but he's actually on a date, I heard, so we're just making sure his date gets home safe, which is sweet. Oh, that's nice. American men just take them to the trunk. Hi Norman. Oh, okay, that's a knife. Alright, we're gonna get out of here. Alright, Nick. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Carport. He's a bit of a grouch. I don't know what's wrong with him. I heard he's a mama's boy. We're just going to leave Norman Bates and Norman Bates to themselves for a little while. Make sure you check out this Psycho house on the left, but after that I'm going to take you in to the most impressive set we have here on our backlot. It is the crash site from Steven Spielberg's War for the World. Guys, is real, including the plane.
The airplane crash site is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around the vision of Steven.
when you first began to sit down to talk about the already world, I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. You're doing good. Listen, mate. Listen, man. Listen, I want you to close your eyes, okay? Now close. Robbie, get in. Get in.
And as I said, that plane is real. It's a real Boeing 747. The production purchased it for $60,000, which is very cheap for a full-size plane, but it cost them $200,000 to ship it here. Always the shipping and handling. This scene here that you see took 3 months to build, 3 weeks to shoot, for all of 3 minutes on screen, which you would think is a lot of work for such short screen time, but as you can see, and if you have seen the movie, the audience has got the biggest bang for their buck because it looks absolutely incredible. Oh. Something's coming in. Yes, we are again.
Serious than I thought. What just happened? This is a secure line. Who are you?
I'll tell you who I am, boy. I'm the reason bad guys use a nightlight. I'm the reason the boogeyman begs his mama to look under his bed. And I'm the reason you just lost control of this whole operation. My name is Special Agent Luke Hobbs of the U.S. Diplomatic Security Service. And as of 16.9 seconds ago, I'm the man in charge.
The hell you are.
Let me clue you in on 2 things, sweet cheeks. 1, there's a high-value witness from the Federal Protection Program aboard your vehicle. And 2, an international crime syndicate led by Owen Shaw is honing in on this vehicle to take that witness out. Shaw's as ruthless as they come, and he'll stop at nothing to eliminate his target. Every living soul on this vehicle is in serious danger. Other than that, enjoy the ride.
This is not your jurisdiction.
It is now, stink pickle.
I'm so tired of you state guys stepping in just whenever you feel like.
Mute him.
Okay.
Don't you...
That's better. We're moving your vehicle to a safe location until we have the situation under control. Until then, I want everybody to stay calm. Enjoy the ride. I'm taking care of business. Hobbs out.
Okay. I like him. We're going to be waiting in this Sullivan garage just to be safe. I don't know what this is very new to me, but we're going to wait in here. I can hear some music going on, so I feel like there's some sort of party. If we're going to wait anywhere, we want to wait in here. I'll let you know when you need those 3D glasses. They're actually going to double as protective eyewear for you in here, just to be on the safe side. And I don't know if you can hear that music. Please remain seated as we walk, as we go in here. We need to keep a low profile. Hold on to everything, all of those loose belongings, because it can get bumpy. I don't know what to expect. But like I said, if we're going to wait anywhere, we want to wait in here. It sounds fun.
We don't want the syndicate tracking us here. So put away your cameras and turn off your cell phones. One flash or one ringtone can give us away.
I need y'all to take this real serious.
Okay, pull into the next bay and we'll meet you in there.
All right. Those glasses, you won't need them just yet, but I will let you know when. Hold on to them. And again, remain seated and hold on to everything. It can get bumpy. I don't know what to expect in here, but this party sounds fun.
say the bigger the family, the stronger it is. You guys get to like it. And you're welcome to turn up anytime.
Oh, we're part of Drama Crew now. Awesome. We're nearing the end of our tour, guys. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me today on the world famous studio tour. Thank you to Nick for getting us back safely. Yeah, give him a clap. Come on. He's had a big day. And as well as John from saving us from Shaw, and also King Kong from rescuing us from the jaws of a T-Rex. For over 100 years, Universal has been thrilling audiences, making them laugh, cry, and sit on the edge of their seats. And I do have a insider tip for you. Download the Universal Studios Hollywood app. You can see up to the minute on park hours. We close at 8 p.m. today. Showtimes such as Whoville and Psycho Spectacular. And it also shows our wait times for our attractions, all on the Hollywood app. Free to download. And we do have a film out in cinemas right now. It is The Mummy, starring Tom Cruise, Sophia Boutella, and my man from Australia, Russell Crowe. There it is there at the very end. Check it out. It is the beginning of Universal's Dark Universe. They are creating a new world where they're resurrecting a lot of the famous Universal monsters from the vault. Make sure you deposit your 3D glasses in the bins provided. Watch your step as you exit off the tram, and have a good day on the rest of your day. Universal Studios, Hollywood, the entertainment capital of LA. That's a wrap, guys. Bye. I know, right? Okay.